Hello friends. So in this session we are going to learn how to download Python, how to install Python, and how to set your system for working with Python, how to make your system ready to work with Python. We will see two different versions of Python, Python 2.7.x and Python 3.7.x. So let's start. First, download the Python. Open browser and search for Python download. You will get the official URL python.org, and in that you have the link for download like Python 2.7.15, 3.7.1, 3.7.0, 3.7.2, whatever is there. So just go to official website. Now here it will show always the latest version for download and depending on your operating system. Now if you want to choose a different version, maybe 64-bit, maybe 32-bit, maybe 3.7.2, 3.7.1 or any other version, you just go for a download. So you have a menu called a download. In that you have option download for Windows. This is for current operating system. Other, you have a view the full list of download. If you want to go for other versions of Python, then you can download from here. So I'm just clicking on this. Now if you scroll down, you have the list of Python version to download. Now you can see it is showing the version, it is not showing the operating system. So just select which version you want to download. I want to download 2.7.15, so I'm just selecting this. I'm just selecting 2.7.15. Just click on this. Now if you scroll down, you can see the list of the links. Here it is showing that for Python 2.7.15, for which operating system you want to download. What is the installer you have to choose. So for us, for me, we have Windows 64-bit. I'm just downloading this Windows 64-bit installer. So I'm just clicking on the link to download 64-bit installer. I'm going to save in D drive a software. In this, I'm creating a new folder called for Python, and inside this I'm saving this file. So let it download. So now you can see the file is downloaded. Now let's install this. So open the location where we have downloaded the file. Now we have the installer file. Just run this installer file. It is going to install the Python 2.7.15 for 64-bit. Now do you want to install for all the user or you want to install for the current user? So I'm saying yes, I want to install for all the users. Now click on next. What is the location you want to choose? By default it is saying C drive Python 2.7. If you want to change, you can change this. I am not changing, I am keeping the same location. Just click on next. Now here you can see the list of the features that will be installed as a part of Python installation. So here it is showing the last option is add python.exe to path. If you want to add the python.exe to the path environment variable during the installation, you can select the first option. I'm not selecting because we will see how to add the path after installation, post installation. So just I'm clicking on next button. Now it is installing Python in our machine. So now you can see the Python is installed successfully in our machine. Once it is completed successfully, you will have the option called finish. You click on the finish button. So I'm just clicking on finish. Let's verify whether it is installed successfully or not. So go to C drive, Python 27, and here you will have all the required files. So here you can see one exe file called python.exe. During the installation, it was asking to add the python.exe file to path. They were talking about the same python.exe. This is required if you want to test, if you want to run a Python application. So let's test this. Open the command prompt and try to access the python.exe file. So I'm trying to access. It is saying Python is not recognized as an internal or external commands or operable program or a batch file. So the reason is your command prompt is not knowing what is the location of this python.exe file. So if you want to provide the location of any exe file, if you want to instruct your command prompt, your operating system, that where this exe file can be located, you need to set one environment variable called path. So just verify what is the value of path. I'm just verifying this. So here you can see we have some n number of location, but for the Python there is no location. We don't have the Python in this path. So due to that, it is not able to access the python.exe. So how can we access? One option is you can give the absolute location. Like I'm giving the absolute location. We have Python available in C drive, Python 27. So I'm giving the absolute location. Inside this, we have Python. Inside the C drive, Python 27, we have python.exe file. We are going to access that. So now you can see it is accessing Python 2.7.15. So we are able to access that. Now I am just coming out of this and again trying to access without giving the location, just with the help of Python. So it is showing the same error message. It means every time if you want to access the Python, you have to give the absolute location. You have to give always the absolute location, something like this. Then only you can access, or else it will give the error saying it is not recognized as an internal or external command. So how can we solve this? I don't want to give the absolute location every time. So the alternative is you need to set the path. I'm setting the path. I'm saying the Python I'm going to access is available in C drive Python 27 directory. So this is the location where python.exe file is available. Now if you verify the path, you can see this location. So now the path is containing Python location. Now we can try to access this. So I am trying to access the Python without giving the location, absolute location. Since we have specified the value in the path, so we will be able to access directly. So now we are able to access python.exe directly without giving the absolute location. So for that you need to set the path. You need to set the environment variable called path. Now let's just say I'm just closing this command prompt and again trying to open a new command prompt and try to access Python. Again it is saying the same error message. If you are using the statement called set path equal to, if you are setting the path on the command prompt, if you are giving the location of any exe file on the command prompt that is local to that prompt only, that is local to that current command prompt only. It means if I set the path for this Python, I will be able to access the Python on this command prompt successfully without specifying the absolute location. But if I open a new command prompt and try to access Python, I will not be able to access, because that is a temporary to that command prompt only. We set the Python location using the path variable in one command prompt, so we can access in that command prompt only. We cannot access in other command. So now what if I want to access the Python everywhere on every command prompt? So we can set this path permanently in the environment variable. So just open the My Computer, then go for the properties, and then look for advanced system settings. Inside this we have system properties window, we have advanced tab, select that, and then we have environment variables button. Click on that. So when I'm clicking on environment variables, we are getting a user variable for the current user and a system variable. In both the place we have the path. So in the system variable we have a path, and environment variable also we have the path. That is, in the user variable we also have the path. So if the path is already available, you can select that and click on edit. If it is not available, you create a new with the variable name as path. Since the path is already available, I'm just going to say edit. You can modify in user variable or you can modify in the system variable. If you add in the system variable, it will be common for all the user. If you add in the user variable, it is for the current user. So I'm just modifying the current user path variable. So I'm saying edit, path is the variable name, and value we have already some location, terminate by semicolon, and then give the new location. I am saying C drive Python. This is the location where our exe file is there, C drive Python 27. In this we have the exe file for the Python. Just click on OK and close all the windows by clicking OK and close this. So we have closed. We have set the Python path permanently. Now let's open the command prompt and verify. Yes, we are able to access. Let's open another command prompt and verify. Yes, we are able to access. So we are able to access Python exe file from any location, from any command prompt. So if you want to access the exe file from any location, you have to set the path. Now you can verify what is the value of path. So we have Python C drive Python 27 added in the path variable. So because of this, we are able to access Python from anywhere. So this is how you can choose the Python version, you can download that, you can install, and you can make your system ready to access the Python so that you can start working with this. Now we want to download Python 3.7, we want to install that and we want to access that. So open your browser and look for Python download. You will get the official website python.org download page. Go to that. In that, it will give you the current latest version for download. If you want, you can choose that or select the download menu. From that, you can choose the current version for current operating system, or you can view the full list of download. You can click on this to check the list of download that you want to check. So I'm just choosing that. Now here we have a different version of Python. We have seen how to download and install Python 2.7. Now I'm going to use 3.7. So I'm choosing 3.7. Now scroll down and choose your operating system related files. For which operating system you want to download the Python, for which architecture you want to download the Python. It is 64-bit or it is 32-bit. So I am choosing 64-bit installer. So I am clicking on the link. I am going to save this to the same location, D drive software Python. Just click on save and wait for download completion. So now you can see the download is completed. Now just run this. So this is how you are going to choose the Python version for your operating system. Now I want to install this. So go to your location where you have downloaded the files, and then you will get the exe file, the installer file. Just double click on this. It is starting the installer. Now here it is asking install now. It is choosing the default location where Python will be installed, what are the features that will be installed, all those things. Down you have a checkbox called add Python 3.7 to path. If you want to add the python.exe file for 3.7 into the path variable, you can select this. I'm not choosing because I want to change the location. So go for customize installation. I'm just clicking on customize installation. Now here it is showing list of the features that will be installed. Keep it as it is. Click on next. Now here it is asking, do you want to install for all the user? Yes, I want to install for all the user. So I'm selecting that. Next, it is showing add Python to the environment variable. If you want to add the Python to the environment variable, you can select this checkbox. Since I don't want to add now, we will add later. So we are not selecting this. Next, location. Where you want to install this. I just want to install in C drive Python 3.7. So I'm choosing C drive Python 3.7 and then saying install. It is installing the Python in our machine. So once it is installed, you will see the setup successful and close button. Click on close button. So Python 3.7.2 is installed successfully. Now just to verify this, come to C drive. We have Python 3.7 folder, and inside this we have python.exe file. This is the executable file that we have to access. So now test it. Open the command prompt and try to access Python. It is accessing Python, but it is accessing Python 2.7.15. It is the old version. So last time we have installed Python 2.7, we have set the path and it is accessing the same Python. We want to access Python 3. So what we need to do? Either we need to update this path in the environment variable, or we need to set the path on this current console, or we can give the absolute location. So let's try with absolute location. So in C drive, Python 3.7, inside this Python, I am trying to access this, and we are able to access Python 3.7.2. So one option is give the absolute location, or you need to set the path on this current console. I am setting that. Set path equal to C drive Python 3.7, and then if I try to access, we are getting Python 3.7.2. So either you need to give the absolute location, or you need to set the path on this current console, or you can set the path permanently in the environment variable. So I am setting the path permanently in the environment variable. So open your system properties. So right click on your My Computer, select Properties, and then in the Advanced System Settings, we will get the System Properties window. Inside this, we have Advanced tab. Inside the Advanced tab, we have Environment Variables. click on the environment variables button and edit the path. Maybe system variables path or maybe the user variables. So I'm editing this. I'm giving the current location, the Python location as Python 3.7. So I'm updating that whenever I want to use python.exe file, use from Python 3.7. I'm just closing all the windows. After this, I want to test. So I'm testing this. Now we can see that it is accessing Python 3.7 always. Now what if I want to access Python 2.7? So one option is you give the absolute location of the exe file. I want to access Python from Python 2.7. You will be able to access this, or you need to set the path using set path statement. I am setting the path to C drive Python 27, and then we are trying to access this. So we are able to access Python 2.7. So whichever version you want, you can access. One you can keep inside your environment variable, and other anytime you can keep depending on your requirement. This is how you are going to download the Python, you are going to install Python, and you are going to access Python.